really all undetermined right now. And basically I'm just making music that I love, and it's an open book, so not necessarily for me, maybe for other artists, producing and writing and all that. And so be expecting some of that throughout the year, but the primary focus for us as a group right now is actually just supporting Joe and his path he's taking with his kind of solo venture. But we're all very excited for him, and hopefully, there's a lot of music from us as individuals and as a group, I'd say, later on. So, we're looking forward to that as well. But that'll be a journey that we get into in a while. But we're going to take our time on it and make it something hopefully that you all enjoy when the time is right. But for now, it's all about this guy. So
sweet. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Got it.
Absolutely. That is what's been going on.
Absolutely.
If you've been wondering.
That's
I know I have.
And now, that's how
the rest of the story.
How many different phrases and sayings can we come up with? That's how the bottle opens.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
That's how the door closes.
That's how the window shuts.
Pot meets kettle.
That's how the pumpkin fits in the patch.
And then is carved.
That's how the cat
is fat.
it plays with the cheese.
Yarn. Plays with yarn.
Yarn. Cheese yarn.
Yarny cheese.
When a star lands on the earth. Have you ever watched The Fourth Kind? Yeah? Did it freak you out? Not really. No?
Like that whole thing.
See, ever seen, what's the movie where they wake up and there's the demon in the house or ghost or something? They had number 2. Just come out recently.
Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, have you seen it?
Never seen it. You watched on the bus one day and I walked out. It wasn't on
So freaky. That's how the cookie crumbles. Pumpkin definitely gets put in the patch with that one.
Pumpkin definitely in the patch.
I like it. All it
That's
is.
how the kid gets picked last for dodgeball. That's a good one.
It's just things that are.
Yeah,
it's just like
This chair is uncomfortable.
That's how the mic is sung into.
No, I was talking to John Taylor about this. It's so ridiculous when someone will say something like, "Oh man, this meal is terrible." You know what I mean? And you go, "You mean the meal is terrible?" Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's this phrase, you know what I mean? I hate this show. You know what I mean?
I say,
I
go, and I say, does that make sense a lot? Because I'm waiting for a reaction.
Does that make sense a lot?
No, I say that a lot. I'm saying,
does that make sense a lot?
I
don't know.
I need a glass of water, but I don't really want to get out from the chair. Does that make sense? I'll say something like that.
That would be crazy if you said that. I don't think you ever used that kind of thing. Because you basically just said, hey, does that make sense? Get me some water.
No, I like it. That makes sense a lot better. Does that make sense a lot? Does that make sense a lot? I want a glass of water, but I can't get up. Does that make sense a lot?
Does that make sense a lot? So just, let's get this on the road.
I think we're almost done, guys. What time, at least? 7 more minutes.
That's fantastic.
That's more than
It's
enough
the
time.
best 7 minutes of my entire life.
So these guys talk about what they're doing. I'm also working on a bunch of different things, projects I can't necessarily talk about right now, but there's a lot of really cool and interesting things on its way. Kind of vague, but it kind of works out.
I know what you mean.
Does
that make sense?
Interesting question.
I'm like a teacher says, I know what you mean a lot. Kevin's face on it.
Two
You know what I
really
mean?
great questions. I hope
Alright.
the same person asked them. Worst advice you could give someone? And second, what items would you get at Outback Steakhouse?
Okay, first one. When someone says if your friends jump off a bridge, would you do it? Telling them, yeah, go for it. That's the worst advice.
Don't ever do that.
No,
Or just say, no, keep running. That's usually not a good idea. That's never good advice.
Yeah, it's
Think about the location.
way too general a question.
The worst advice you could give somebody?
Yeah, there are a lot of terrible things you could tell somebody. I think what they mean more is those when a friend is going through maybe a relationship problem and something happens,
Oh, it's okay, you'll get over it.
Yeah, that's always bad. Or when you say
No, they're right.
They're probably with the right person.
I've been there. when you act like you relate directly to
better
the
than
situation
you.
they're in and you're not in, that's always bad.
They have
Outback
qualities.
Steakhouse. What's the best thing? I think
Bloomin' onion.
Bloomin' onions.
And the buffalo burger. They have a buffalo burger thing.
It's really, really filling. Outback Steakhouse.
Ooh, talk about filling.
They have like different kind of like knives in there. Have you ever noticed that? Like the knives are just weird.
So we're having dinner
Yeah,
last
that's
night in
weird.
our house
Uh-huh.
with a butter knife.
Oh, this is
Put
hilarious.
butter on something. No, look down.
A long time ago?
It's
No,
a little.
We're talking about the fight?
No.
Oh.
We're talking about last night.
Last
Oh,
night.
okay, I thought you were about the fight.
It's one of the knives from like the United Airlines like planes.
Airplane.
Don't know how it got at the house.
United airplane knife.
Don't know how it's there, but apparently
I
there's
was- I was
a
thinking
United
it's
Airlines
mom.
knife in the house. It's not. No.
Mom?
I think maybe we knew someone who worked it and just like had.
I bet you maybe there's
The
a
house is
thief.
a rental.
Maybe there's a thief, and just like Home Alone, he was the.
Because they don't have those knives on the plane anymore. This is like pre.
Maybe it was like maybe it's just like
2000.
the thief. Maybe it's just like the thief from Home Alone. He like to turn the faucet on. He was the wet like burglar.
The United Knifer.
Yeah. The United guy comes in.
How about United and Continental merging and becoming one super airline? And check this out, all the
airplanes are cutting in half and putting the other planes together? You know what I mean?
Megatron.
I know what you mean a lot.
Hey, I'm really thirsty. You know what I mean? A lot.
But I don't think that's true.
It's 1-1-1 right now. Oh man, make a wish, boys. What is?
Yeah,
That's okay.
it doesn't
It's the
work
worst.
out. Not quite. I'm gonna wait till later.
It's like half a wish. It's like if Jiminy Cricket was almost there.
Jiminy Cricket.
It's 1-1. Oh, stop.
Nothing.
What are you guys listening to at this moment?
Really got back into the Black Keys record after I saw him on SNL the other day. Zach Brown Band's album was the newest album was really good. I like that a lot. Who else am I listening to? Lots of people.
I'm listening to Phoenix's old record. It's a band called Duck Sauce. It's pretty awesome. Listening to this.
I'm listening to
band.
Teriyaki Chicken. I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, an egg roll.
They're good. You're on tour together. It's good.
Oh,
It's like
it's
one
super
watch
dope.
show. It's like you eat it and then you listen to it. It's just this huge experience. It's crazy.
Like night tripping.
So true.
I don't know. I think I've been working on a bunch of music, so I haven't really listened to a lot of music.
Yeah.
But more so than anything, like musical theater.
It's awful.
There's some musical theater, like Wicked soundtrack's great.
Remixes?
Remixes of like Phantom of the Opera.
That's good. You know, speaking of musicals, I saw, I tweeted about it, but me and Danielle went and saw Spider-Man on Broadway.
I saw a picture of you with Reed.
Yeah.
He's Spider-Man.
Yes, he is. He's definitely does a
Did
great
anybody
job.
fall?
No one fell. The show was cool. The show was really spectacular. Bono on
Really?
the edge. Really
Awesome.
did a good job. It's totally different. It's like not the norm, and that's what makes it really cool. You have to
Shoot
follow
that
up.
out of the-
Yeah. Dude, when I say they're flying around this theater, it's like out of control. Like it's crazy.
It's cool though.
Yeah, it's really cool. So
Cool, yeah.
applaud to
5
them.
stars.
Yes, I think they're still in previews, so they're working on they're still making the show great. And I think by the time the show is ready to go, I think it's going to be one of the biggest, coolest shows to see. So everybody go check it out and support your local theater.
Is it on tour?
No,
You
but
said local theaters.
because keep the arts alive is a
Right.
good thing.
Yeah, alright. Why not?
Yeah, that's great. Les Mis is actually on tour right now, the U.S. tour. It's a new tour, new show, revamped,
Remixed.
remixed.
That
really,
Punk did it actually.
honestly,
That
it's
is
supposed to be
I would
really
definitely
cool.
go see
I want to
that.
go see it because it's totally different than
When is it in town?
Don't know when it comes here. No, it is coming here. It's Beauty and the Beast,
What?
Spring Awakening. Hair's
Whoa.
here right now.
Hey.
Bunch of good shows.
Whoa. Hey now. Hair.
Woo.
Beast. Giving
Avenue Q too is coming.
We're getting this
Wicked.
finger.
I'm going to
This
see.
finger means wrap it
I'm
up.
going to see an Oscar show on Friday. Let me guess.
Leon Tree.
Yes.
It's not a musical.
But I said
We're
show.
talking about musicals, Kevin.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, y'all.
On the trees.